very good afternoon to you from wherever you're watching. Welcome to the closing stages of the Taylor Bowls Saturday Premier Division Grand Final between Altona and Melbourne here at a packed Deer Park Dome in Western Melbourne. We're into the closing stages of this. Currently, Altona holding a 19-shot lead. 59-40 after 58 ends. We play 84 ends. And we will be focusing on this rink between two men who were teammates a couple of days ago playing for Victoria. Not anymore. They're opposing skips today. Shane Fordham of the Melbourne Bowling Club versus Dane McKinnon of Altona. Two of the best players in the state and their teams doing battle as part of this grand final. State of play in this particular rink. McKinnon up 12-8 over Fordham. Altona currently leading on all four rinks, just to bring you up to speed with the scores across the rinks. Nathan Wilson of Altona leading Bryce Young 14-12 after 14 ends. Brett Foley of Altona leading Scott Mortimer 16-10 after 16 ends. Brad Peck of Altona leading Matty Ellel of Melbourne 17-10 after 15 ends here. Dane McKinnon of Altona is leading Shane Fordham of Melbourne 12-8 after 13 ends. Altona holding a 19-shot lead. It's the teams that finish 1 and 2 doing battle in the grand final. Should be a terrific occasion. My name's Guy Hand and I'll be taking you through the closing stages of this match via Bowls Victoria's live stream. We hope you enjoy it wherever you are watching from. Shot from Shane Herring of Altona there. Brings Kane Hanley onto the mat for Melbourne. And as you can tell, it is absolutely chockers here at the Deer Park Dome, a wonderful undercover facility. And they're going mad here. And we're seeing some great bowls. It's tense, it's tight. It's the two best teams in the competition battling it out. We'll be focusing on the rink here, Fordham v McKinnon. For the remainder, we'll bring you up to date with other scores across the four rinks. Brendan Barker on the mat here for Altona. Dane McKinnon's third. And it is fantastic to see the Deer Park Dome, this wonderful new facility created in Western Melbourne, is absolutely going off tap. So it's Altona leading by 20 shots. They're up by 60 to 40. 59 ends in, we play 84, 21 ends per rink. For those of you who are not familiar with Pennant Bowls, this is what we play in Victoria. This is our league competition. 4 teams of 4, 16 players per club, 21 ends each across 4 rinks. That's 84 ends. Whoever comes out on top across the 84 ends will be crowned the Taylor Bowls Premier Division champions for 2017-18. Michael Sims, Tasmanian representative on the mat here for Melbourne. What can he do? Can he change things up? So the skips are up. We've seen some great skips bowls on this rink from both McKinnon and Fordham. They've been outstanding. It's 12-8 to McKinnon, 60-40 to Altona. A 20-shot lead, 59 ends in, we play 84. Around Shane Fordham here, having a look what he can do. Reminder, these two gentlemen were state teammates just 2 days ago as Victoria knocked off New South Wales in the men's series, three-test series 2-1. And today, they are in battle against each other, hoping to take home the top prize in Melbourne Metropolitan Pennant bowls. That's the level of skip bowls that we've seen on this rink pretty much all day. That's some shot from Fordham. What's been happening is both the skips have been answering each other here. Fordham delivers a great bowl, McKinnon delivers one as well. McKinnon delivers one, Fordham delivers one. So who knows what to expect here. So Dane McKinnon on the mat now for Altona. And it is fantastic to see a packed crowd making plenty of noise. Probably didn't like it. He did not like it. And that's been a rarity today on this rink. So the situation here, just a couple more ticking in. Altona up by 18 shots overall, 60-42, 60 ends in this. McKinnon up 12-8 over Shane Fordham, 13 ends in. We play 21 each, 84 the lot. That's a shot. Picked up a shot there. Melbourne. It's 12-9. 12-9 McKinnon over Fordham. Fordham picking up a shot there. Overall, Altona up by 17, 60-43. ...61 ends down of 84. Taylor Bowls Premier Division Grand Final. So Angelo Cardamone from Melbourne delivers the jack.
Huge, mate. This is huge.
To get us underway.
Special comments.
So Altona's lead, Mick O'Neill steps up the mat.
117 games.
It is absolutely full on here. It is pretty noisy,
I'll tell you what,
and everyone loving it.
if he misses it, it's better than that.
A couple pulled up a bit short here. Cardamone on the mat from Melbourne.
Chop.
Rink O'Neill delivers again for the A's.
Rink. Come on, D-Mac. Come on.
That's a nice one. It's up to the mat, Kane Hanley, second from Melbourne. Hear the reaction there. Great shot, Kane Hanley. Shane Herring for Altona. So for those of you just joining us, Altona holding an 18-shot lead overall. 62-44. 63 ends in. Sims steps up for Melbourne. Reminder here in the rink that we're concentrating on, Dane McKinnon of Altona versus Shane Fordham of Melbourne. It's McKinnon up 12-9. 14 ends down. Brendan Barker on the mat for Altona. Michael Sims steps up to the match. The story of this, Altona took a bit of a hold on this after the first 8 to 10 ends. Fairly even until that point, and then Altona got a bit of a jump. Foley's rink over Mortimer was where they managed to get a bit of a lead. Foley was up 7-1 at one point in that, and that gave Altona a bit of a lead. And they've maintained their lead around the 10 to 12 shot mark pretty much throughout from that stage. Moved it out the way then. Going yet again to the skips, and boy, I'll tell you what, both of these guys, Fordham and McKinnon, have played some amazing bowls today. And as you can tell, there is plenty of atmosphere here. For those of you watching maybe interstate or overseas not aware, this is Pennant Bowls. This is our competition bowls in Victoria, and we love it. It's our league competition, and the two best teams throughout this competition, Premier Division over the course of the season, are meeting off in the final. Finished 1 and 2. And here they are in the decider. And that is another really fine bowl from Shane Fordham, the man they call Squirter. But he and McKinnon have just matched motors pretty much throughout this game. So it's 62-47 overall to Altona, 64 ends down. Altona holding a 15-shot lead over Melbourne. Shane Fordham on the mat now. Match we're concentrating on here, Fordham v McKinnon. It's McKinnon by 3, 14 ends down. Just a reminder to those joining our telecast, we'll update the scores at the end of each end, try and give you rink by rink as we can. And also a reminder, if you don't have your sound on Facebook, turn your sound on. because by default it will be turned itself off, so you won't hear the scores.
D-Mac time.
So that squares things up. It's a 3 to Fordham, 12 apiece, 15 ends down. And it's 65-50 overall to Altona. And a packed Deer Park Dome. 12 all between McKinnon and Fordham. It's 15-13. Wilson of Altona over Young of Melbourne.
Total's got a shitty. We're going to make one, mate.
Harry Tadwell here.
Foley at one point was leading 7 or 8-1. Scott Mortimer's clawed that back. That's 16-15 to Foley. And Brad Peck holding a big lead, 22-10 over Matty Allen of Melbourne. 65-50 to Altona overall. Here, it's 12 apiece. Great shot, Angelo Cardamone there from Melbourne. Nick O'Neill for the A's on the mat now. It's been a very high standard match. So a couple more to Altona there on one of the other rinks. Altona now 67-50 up, 67 ends down. Play 84. That is a nice shot, Kane Hanley. Melbourne picking up a much needed 3 on the last end for Shane Fordham there. And this one's 12 apiece. And with the other rinks a bit ahead of this one, this match may well be decided by the rink we're watching now. Dane McKinnon of Altona against Shane Fordham of Melbourne. These have been the top 2 teams this season. They finished 1-2. In the qualifying final, Melbourne beat Altona to an automatic entry to the grand final. Altona, they had to make it the hard way through the preliminary final. They played Deer Park last week and got up by 1 shot. Skip here for Altona, Dane McKinnon winning that match with the very last bowl of the game. And that put Altona into the final here at Melbourne. The crowd's up and about, we're up and about, the players are up and about. And wherever you're watching from, we hope you're enjoying it. This is Pennant Bowls Victorian style. Taylor Bowls Premier Division Grand Final.
Where's Gazy?
Just a a reminder to those two asking for scores, we will be using them on the commentary. Please check that your volume is on your Facebook post. If you turn that on, you'll hear the scores. Okay? Thank you. Shot there. Up to date, 12 all, rink by rink, 12 all, McKinnon and Fordham. 17-13, Wilson over Young. 16-15, Foley over Mortimer. 22-10, Peck over Ell. 67-50, Altona over Melbourne. Wasn't happy after the last end. He gave the chair a decent old whack. He's a bit happier now. Melbourne having a couple of nice ends here. Some reminders. Looks like Altona have picked up a couple on what looks to be Brett Foley's rink. I'll keep you updated with the scores rink by rink as we change ends. Here, Brendan Barker on the knack for the A's. Pushed a couple out. Still look like the one down here. So the D's holding one at this stage. See what Dane McKinnon can do here. Man who had the match-winning shot in the preliminary final last week with Altona beating Deer Park to win their way here to the grand final. State of things. Quite, but that'll be one to Melbourne. That'll give Shane Fordham the lead here. And they'll be up 13-12. And for those who don't have any sound, what we'll try and do is try and give you a good look at the scoreboard here before we change things up. Now, if you look to the left of the scoreboard there, you see Altona holding an 18-shot lead over Melbourne. We're on Rink 1. Rink 2 is Wilson Young. Rink 3 is Foley against Mortimer. Rink 4 is L.V. Peck. So we hope that helps for those of you who don't have any sound. Hope that gives you a bit of a look at where things are placed. We'll get down the other end now. So here we go, Altona, 69-51. To 51, 69 ends down. Altona leading by 18 shots overall. Here, Shane Fordham up 13-12 over Dane McKinnon. That's a lovely shot from Cardamone to get us going there.
Nice.
17 points.
What did you say to B?
So another shot to Altona there. On one of the other rinks, Altona are up 70 to 51. 70 ends down, so holding a 19-shot lead. Got 14 to play. Here, it's Fordham of Melbourne, up 13-12 over Pennant. 16 ends down. Just a reminder of where we sit. It's 70-51, 19-shot lead to Altona. And the match we're watching now, Shane Fordham of Melbourne up by a single shot. Over Dane McKinnon, 13-12.
Come on, money! Boys! Boys! Orange! Orange!
Another shot picked up there for Altona. It's 71-51 Altona, 71 ends down. So holding a 20-shot lead. So McKinnon and Bark having a chat there. Back on again.
8 o'clock start. 8 o'clock start.
Rude. And once you're on your own, like Perkins on.
Less fun when someone puts a jacket additionally.
And Shane Fordham.
Okay.
So it's the two most successful clubs in the history of Premier Division doing battle here. Both Melbourne and Altona have won 6 Premier Division titles each. Going into our 21st year of this competition. So the winner here will be the overall champion, I guess. And that right now, in pole position for that, is Altona. They're up by 19 shots, 71-52 overall. 72 ends down of 84 in the match we're watching now. Shane Fordham up 13-12. McKinnon of Altona. It would be that Altona would appear to have something here.
Nice!
Tommy's got his own tech, he's the only one who can fit the four-person tech. Shot clock. Well and truly over. It's running out. His Petrie's get past.
Certainly taking their time over what to do here. As that happens, Altona have picked up, Melbourne have picked up a couple of shots on one of the other rinks there. And the lead's been cut back to 14, 76-52. 73 It's Altona picked up a couple of shots there. 76-52, taking the lead out to 24. So there we go. Shane Fordham delivers. Wilson picked up a couple there. Got to 23-13 lead over Bryce Young in their match. So that gives Altona all of a sudden out to a 24-shot lead. On the rink we're watching now, it's Fordham by a shot over McKinnon, but Altona will get something out of this.
You can.
Back up. Back out. All right, kid. Hey. Come back to
shots over there. Nathan Wilson's ranked up by 24 shots. Picked up 4 there. So 16-13. McKinnon takes back the lead. It's now out to 27 for Altona. So Altona have moved the lead out to 27. And are looking like they have a level of control here. So McKinnon's rink picks up a 4 there. They're up 16-13. Overall, Altona up 80-53. Let's go rink by rink. McKinnon of Altona up 16-13 over Fordham from Melbourne. Wilson of Altona up 23-13. Over Young of Melbourne. Foley of Altona up 18-16 over Mortimer of Melbourne. And Peck of Altona up 23-11 over Ellel of Melbourne. It's Altona by 27. And it would appear well and truly in control. We stay with this rink now. McKinnon up by 3 with 17 ends down. As Cardamone gets Melbourne off to a good start there. Nice work from both the leads there. Shane Herring up to the mat for Altona. Now Kane Hanley for Melbourne. It's Altona by 27 shots. 75 ends down. We play 84. And it is the A's in control. Melbourne have picked up a couple more shots on one of the other rinks there. Now trailing by 25, 77 ends down. 80 to 55 Altona, 77 ends. Could that be the killer blow? Reminder, Altona stretch the lead back out at 82-55, up by 27 shots. Overall, we have 7 ends to play. Here, it's McKinnon of Altona up 16-13 over Fordham of Melbourne. Overall, Altona by 27. In the Taylor Bowls Premier League, the Taylor Bowls Premier Division, Saturday Metro Pennant Grand Final. And Altona in complete control as they attempt to win their 7th Premier Division title. Both of these teams have won 6 titles each, 6 Premier Division titles each. Looks like 2 to Altona there. And Altona. Certainly in control. So right now, get around behind the head for you, but it's Altona by 27 shots. They're up 84 to 57. Just to bring you up to speed, led by Rink, it's McKinnon 18 to 13 up over 4 of Melbourne. Nathan Wilson 23-15 over Bryce Young of Melbourne. Brett Foley up 2016 over Scott Mortimer of Melbourne. Brad Peck up 23-13 over Matty L of Melbourne. We're watching Dane McKinnon of Altona versus Shane Ford, and here it's McKinnon up 18-13. We're 18 ends down. 5 ends to play in total. And Altona are up by 27, so they're in control. Notice someone new come into the game here. This is a pretty nice touch from Melbourne. This is Chris O'Mar, the man they call the Bear. He's been going through a bit of a tough time. And the Bear has come into the game. That's a pretty nice shot, and the crowd respects that. And that's a really nice touch from Melbourne. The game is pretty well lost for the D's. They've subbed in a man who's a big part of their club. And that's pretty nice to see. Couple of nice bowls from the Bear there. And we're done. Right now, everything's pretty much finished. Altona have won by 29 shots, 86 to 57. It's their 7th Premier Division title. We won't need to play the remaining ends there. And that's the scoreboard right there. McKinnon beats Fordham 18-14. Nathan Wilson beats Bryce Young 24-15. Brett Foley, a 20-16 winner over Scott Mortimer of Melbourne. And Brad Peck of Altona, 24-13 winner over Matty Ellel of Melbourne. Final score here is 86-58 Altona. Altona have won their 7th Taylor Bowles Premier Division title. And a really nice touch from Melbourne with the game lost, bringing in a man who's a great part of their club. He's been having a pretty tough time of it lately, and Chris O'Mar, the Bear, to finish things off. And Altona celebrating their victory. Congratulations to them. It's been a great spectacle here at the Deer Park Dome. We hope you've enjoyed it. This is Guy Hand signing off from from our live streaming coverage of Bowls Victoria's Premier Division Grand Final for 2017-18. Altona winning. We'll just double check that score. It's actually 86-58. Altona win 86-58. 28 shot win for the A's.